Season finale, woohoo!
That is right. That is right.
Glad to be part of it.
Yeah, I'm glad you are a part of it. Chat loves you. Yeah, do you want to give them the rundown?
Yes. He uses a wheel that picks data from a wheel. Bad description. And contestants will try to replicate that data in code live in under 40 minutes.
You've got mail.
And whoever replicates the visual the best, according to 1, voters, 2, the hosts, and 3, the website algorithm, there will be a winner who will just be known as winner. They might get like $20, I think. I'm not too sure.
They do. Wow, you did a good job. That was really good. Way to introduce the show.
We've got Landon, Marschall, and sorry, who was the third?
The third is Kwong. All right, first, you get to pick a bunch of numbers. The first number you get to pick is between 1 and 2.
2.
2. Well, 2 is none other than this data viz right here. This is from the show The Bachelor. They are going to be replicating this data visualization. So whenever they go on a date with the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, what is the odds of survival? So like, how likely are you going to get to the last episode of the show? The timer starts, and they're starting now. Ooh. Let's start off with Landon. He is saying, I can't code until my Wi-Fi allows me to upload this data. Okay, so his internet is...
Oh no.
His internet is kind of giving him the business right now. This is Marschall, who is Marshmallow in chat. And then, of course, the walking meme himself, Kwong, who streamed from a bar last week.
I feel bad for Landon, but it seems like his internet is thinking. He's just getting some preliminary code going with importing pandas and Seaborn, which I'm familiar with.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my only review that I really did. What is this graph even called?
It's a combination of a few different things. So the first thing is there seems to be like a bar graph in the background, which is total weeks remaining. Then there's like what seems to be what they call a point plot, but this is also similar to a bar plot. So rather than using a big bar, they're using just the dot without like a bar feature. So they're using a point plot to point out how many additional weeks on the show a particular contestant's gonna get. Both people who have had one-on-ones and people overall, just the mean. So in one way, they're going to aggregate over the entire data set and group by and do like just the overall how many weeks they have left estimated in the show. And then for one-on-one people who ended up getting on dates, they'll also do a conditional group by. So that's sort of how they're going to munge the data together. And then on the left of this is sort of tabular data. This is like tables, but it will be interesting for them to try to fit this on a graph, because a lot of data visualization out of the box doesn't allow you to neatly put on data that usually fits into tables. So we'll see how they attach this part of it, if they make it by hand or not. So Kwong is getting to the point of the bar chart element here. So you can see that we have weeks left. He has a few different elements here. So he has the one-on-one survival rate, and now he's going to either try to figure out a way to turn this into a table to the left of the graph, or he's just going to remove it completely. 20 minutes left to go, and let's see where all our contestants are. We are currently watching Landon's stream, which I think he is trying to figure out the data set and what the data set really means. Since he watches probably no reality, he probably has no idea what this data set is, and so he's probably looking at this.
I feel bad for Landon.
So I think he is just going to try to figure out what the hell is this data gonna be, and he's just gonna throw random shit onto a plot and hope it works. Marshmallow in chat, he is actually making pretty good progress. He has sort of he looks like he's recreated this table to the left of the plot. He has the bar plot on it. He has all the right labels. So in terms of accuracy, if it ended right now, he probably might win, just in terms of like accuracy of the replication so far. Let's go over to Kwong, and we know Kwong's ability to replicate graphs in a speedy amount of time. Tonight is no different. He has the bars on there. He has the points on there as well now, both the white plots and the pink plots. And so now I believe he is just trying to figure out the right scaling, and then ultimately trying to get that table in on the left side of the visualization here. Even though Kwong here might have the data and all the points on the plot, Marschall has the table, which is one really huge element that he is already lining up. So it might come down to the accuracy here. We have the art, the visualization of it that's coming together for Marschall, and the data, the representation of what the graph is trying to tell us in terms of bachelor survival rates. We have that from Kwong here. So the art versus the data here, it is coming into play between the two RStudio users. Let's go check into Landon. Landon says, "I'ma make numbers up. I'm so screwed. Misunderstood the data set off the bat." So he is about to just shove numbers into the plot. Landon once got confused about the data set on a pilot episode for the data science competition we had. And so because he couldn't come up with answers, he ended up using random number generator to create his answers. He has done this before. He has used RNG before. He is going to RNG his way here, but he does have something to go off.
Generator. That's what I've been. Yes, definitely most relatable. Yes, I'm learning the random number generator for my tarot reading program.
We are looking at Marshall's screen. It looks like he is getting ready to plot the point elements on the graph. He has the table elements here, Esther. So he's created the table to the left of the plot. I think he is almost ready to plot the points here. I think he's just trying to set it all up in his head, how he's going to do it. But he has the big table already. Let's go over to Kwong. Let's check in on Kwong here. Kwong has the point elements and the bar elements. He doesn't. Oh, he does! Look at this. He does have the table to the left of the Viz. So he's pretty close to Marschall right now. Marschall...
Those are all manually typed in, right?
Yeah. So they both have typed in this text, but the values here, those are all calculated. So they calculated that from the data set. Let's go over to Landon, who is actually making some interesting progress here. 10 minutes to go. He's going through the Seaborn bar plot pack, and he is actually, for not knowing how to work with the data set right now, he's doing a pretty good job at inventing the replication of the Viz just with random numbers. So he is trying to take the numbers that he sees from the Viz and estimating how many weeks each of those values actually are. And you can see he's actually like digging around the documentation for Matplotlib and Seaborn in order to get this like as accurate as possible, because he knows that the game is to replicate the data visualization as close as possible, but he also knows that we're watching him code it, and it's really also a vote. Did he replicate it the best in the tool that he chose?
Oh, Landon!
Yes. If you root for an underdog here, chat, surprisingly in this case, the underdog is Python. It looks like Kwong has the table aligned. He has some sizing issues right now. He has some color issues, of course. We'll see if the color comes back to bite him. He is in a really, really neck and neck fight here with Marschall. He is getting so darn close to an accurate 100% replication here. You can see him flipping between his screen and the example, and it's becoming more. It's becoming more and more. He's even getting to the point of just putting in the annotations now. A minute and a half to go. Let's go look at Landon, he is currently telling everyone here, Python failure, GG. He just couldn't wrap his head around the data set, it seems, and of course, you know, I don't necessarily think of Landon as someone who, one, perhaps understands the concept of the show, two, perhaps understands how the data is organized. But he is saying it's all good. Remember, Landon was he went very deep into Sliced in season 1, and as he mentioned to me, let's go back over to the Marschall. 20 seconds to go, and we're seeing Marschall is also trying to reset. He's also playing the same game. Look, he's actually trying to pixel perfect match this with just scaling his image down. And let's go back over to Claude.
I know, get him.
This is crazy.
Hey.
That's it.
Done? What? That's the time.
Time is done, Esther. It is time for chat to vote and for us to also vote. So I'm going to put the poll up here. Remember, here is the original. They were trying to replicate that. Vote is live already. They're trying to replicate this. Here is Landon. This is the original. Here is Marschall. Here's the original. And here's Kwong. All right, I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna mute Esther. We're gonna vote. You've got to be kidding me, chat.
Yes, Team Python.
PG Marschall.
Oh my
PG
God.
Marschall.
Oh my God! The Pythoners came out in force.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my God! Landon tied Kwong. So Marschall does get the chat vote. But we split the points for Landon and Kwong. So chat usually gives 6 points to second place, 2 points to third. They're both going to get 4 points now. Esther, would you like to say our rankings that we had?
Yeah, sure. First place, Marschall. Congrats. Then Kwong. And then Landon.
Second place might come down to the bot.
The algorithm.
It's time. So let's see how Marschall does in the replication. Marschall with an 89.9 similarity. Running the comparison now, let's see. Kwong comes out with 90%.
Whoa, okay. Congrats, Kwong, on the color picker. You got the colors right.
He got the colors right. All right, one more. Remember, he needs to beat 90% here. Actually, I don't even think that would do it. So Landon comes out to 34.8%.
Damn, I guess Kwong... Wait, are we saying Kwong is the takeaway winner?
Yes. Well, no, not Kwong. Sorry. We're saying Marschall wins. Marschall has 23 points. Kwong ends up with 15 points.
Okay.
And 7 points go to Landon. All right, let's bring in our next 3, and then let's get going. Would you say?
Yes! We have 2 Python users this time for the first 2.
The data viz this time. It is not the new screen for.
What the heck even is this?
This is goal kicks in the Premier League. So this is the average length of goal kicks among Premier League teams in the 2021 to the 2022 season. The data is from StatsBomb, and this is by Odriozolites. Okay, yeah. So these are just distances. All these numbers down here are distances, and there's logos, and this is really just one chart. It's just like a number on a line, but they have to build in this visualization of like a semicircle in there. Which is not easy to do. Oh my God. Hold on. I didn't start the fucking timer. I'm so stupid. Look at this function that Landon's created though. This is crazy because like he has like not just the semicircle created, but he like understood the math to create also like the radius to increase. So it's not just like the circle in terms of width. He actually is also scaling the height of it. So he has like that true half circle, semicircle going on. Now, similar to Kwong, he's kind of in aesthetic mode now. We're seeing Aaron here with, he doesn't create a plot or a function for this, but he did use the matplotlib circle function in order to do this, and he's actually getting dastardly close. Look at this. This is really similar to what the original data Viz looks like, and so he has that with the transparency in there. And we have, oh my goodness, and look at John.
He's so proud of Landon. Oh my god.
from where he was last match to now, like that's like what, only 30 minutes difference. We see some doc reading over here from John, and he is also pretty close. He's being his plot is right there too, so he'll switch back to it in a bit here. But he's currently going through some doc. There it is. Look at, he's a pro. We are actually seeing Landon running into an error with his titling. That was, I believe, just some incomplete string that he had. So he's actually working on the font now. Remember, they're trying to reproduce this graph right here, and this is what Landon's is looking like right now. He is saving the image import for last. He does have all the URLs for where these logos are located in the data set. John, who seems like he is already there with the different logos you can see down there in his RStudio session, in his plot render here, that he actually does have a bunch of overlaid logos. Now he's just going to try to figure out how to put those in the right precise spot and also scale them. So he is using an annotate function here from the ggplot library, and he is going to try to grob it. I don't know what what is grobbed? It sounds like a character that would be banned in League of Legends. It looks like Marschall says it's a graphical object, GROB, grob. We see Landon actually does have the logos on there, but they are fairly large and blown out here. So we'll see if he could actually figure out a way to resize them and get him to where he needs to be. Aaron over here is still working on some of the different. Oh my God! There it is. He's so proud. He's like ecstatic. He's through the roof.
42. That's amazing. Yes, come back, Aaron. We proud.
7 minutes to go now, and we see here John also getting pretty close with his data viz. He has it kind of lined up in terms of the logos here. Now he's just trying to figure out one, the right layering, two, just double checking the order, making sure that the order of the logos are in the order that he wants them in. That is accurate and correct. And remember, although we may not be able to tell the difference between some logos and their separation, the bot will be able to tell the difference, okay? Any thoughts so far on the... Oh my God, what is this pixel art going on here? Any thoughts on the current vibe of our Viz Buzz match 2 here?
It seems really, really close. I remember last time I hosted, I was like wondering, or co-hosted, I was wondering like what their thoughts were, and I feel the same way. Like, I don't see, now that I can see John's face, like it's the first time I've seen a contestant's face. His mouth isn't moving, he's not chattering himself, it's like all just thoughts going on, or he is muted as well. But I wonder how many of these people like walk themselves through what they're doing vocally.
Oh, like is there like a inner dialogue or narration?
Yeah, I wonder. Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself like doing that even when you're not streaming?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like my better ideas come to myself, of course, unless I'm like in a zone, and then I'll just, when I'm in the flow state, like I need to talk to myself in order to get into the flow state. So I guess they just are able to jump right in.
Going over here to Landon's screen, Landon is kind of in a bog right now. You ever find yourself in like some quicksand, He's typing trash here in terms of the code that he's running for the logos. You ever find yourself in some bogged down in like a coding quagmire? That is what Landon's in right now. He can't figure out
every single moment.
Every single moment. In the last 20 seconds to go, we're looking at John's graph here. He is trying to get some logo aspects. He's trying to get some titles on there. He's trying to figure out the labeling right now. I think that's also the case here for Aaron. If Aaron, he is running through his code. Here he is. Look, he has a logo there. He has the different aesthetics in terms of labeling. And here's, oh, it is done. It is pencils down. That is it for our contestants in not just this match, but of the entire season of Viz Buzz. That's so incredible. Claps in chat. Let's get the poll going, chat. Who do you think replicated the best here? This one right here is Aaron's. Here's the original. This one right here is Landon's. Here's the original. And this one right here is John's. Okay. Oh, and John ends up pulling out a win at the very end. 8 votes. And then Aaron was about to tie. And he ends up getting, wow.
Oh my gosh,
the
that was so close.
The R community came and rescued John. But what did we go with, Esther?
It was very, very close. In third, we have Landon. Second, we have John. And first, we have Aaron.
Oh my god. This is gonna come down to a true tiebreaker, chat. So let's start with Landon. Run comparison. Landon with 78.8%. Let's see. This is Aaron. Aaron and the bot. Aaron and the bot. 77.2!
Oh, super close.
It's below Landon's. Here we go. This is the R plot. This is John. If John beats 77.2, he wins tonight. If John does not beat that, he does not win. Okay.
Moment of truth.
Here we go.
I've never seen it come down to the bottom.
Suspense.
76.3!
Suspense.
Oh, holy smokes. Oh
He
my god.
didn't do
That's
it!
way too close. Oh,
Aaron ends up winning.
oh
Aaron
my
ends up
god,
winning.
John, I feel that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Landon does get the vote from the bot. He gets 5 points, but he ends up with 9 points total for Landon. John ends up getting 17 points, and with 19 points, Aaron ends up winning.
Congratulations, Aaron Redemption comeback. I'm so proud of you.
Wow. Incredible. And with that, y'all, wow, that was Viz Buzz. I love putting on these shows for y'all. This community has always, been there for me. You were the social outlet I had when we were all isolated. Y'all were rooting for me when I was switching careers. You were there for Sliced. You were there for the when we were initially making Viz Buzz almost over a year ago. You've been with me for all these crazy fucking ideas. Viz Buzz is one of those projects that I'm like really happy I was able to do. And I'm so happy that even though with all the crazy tech stuff, it's been so well received. I know it's not slice numbers. I know it's different than data science. I know it's just a little different than the stuff we do on this channel in general. But to see 50 people pretty consistently throughout the entire night, especially when it's so scuffed, we don't have like overlay stuff, no intro music, we don't have any of this other like crazy stuff that we usually have for Sliced. But it's the pilot season, the fact that everyone's coming out just to support and enjoy watching some speed run data viz. It makes me want to keep doing this stuff, and I'll tell you, like, every single fucking episode, if there was a number in my mind, and if we drop below that number, I always was thinking like, maybe this wasn't the show. I'm really happy to think that that the next time we do Viz Buzz, which we're gonna do season 1, a proper season 1 again. The next time we do it, like, it's gonna be really big. It's gonna be awesome, and I hope you all end up showing up for season 1 when we debut it sometime in the future, after Sliced, of course. But it's these last 4 weeks, and obviously this week, it's been pretty fucking cool. And Esther, you've made
You
up
did this.
2 of those.
You
made
did this.
40% of the shows. So thanks for coming on and enjoying the weirdness we have here. But I appreciate you being a host with me. So thanks.
Aw, that was so sweet. Oh my gosh. What a journey. It's so cool. I was always impressed with what you were doing. I guess, like, because I just started Python, and I was like, what even is Python? And then when I found out you were doing, like, data visualizations, I don't know, I felt like it was really relevant to what I was learning. And I'd say it does inspire me a little bit, you know? It inspires me a little bit to see if I can win and compete. I have a little bit of a competitive nature in me, and props on what you pulled together, Nick. Good hosting.
Thanks. Good
Appreciate
team.
ya.
Good teamwork here. So anyway, have a good night, chat.